I mean, what can I say? What a weird night of hockey, and not just for the Peoria Rivermen, but pretty much league-wide. Just kind of a strange night. Obviously, Rivermen giving up 6 goals in the first period. That has never been done before. This is the first time in 40 plus year in the Rivermen's organization that they have allowed 6 goals in one period. All you can do as a Rivermen fan is tip your cap and say, yeah, you got us tonight. There's no doubt about it, no excuse to be used. You absolutely handed our ass to us in the first period. But if you go around the league, that wasn't, like the only strange game. I mean, Bulls getting swept by Knoxville Ice Bears, and that's no disrespect to Ice Bears. They are playing good hockey and getting better. You just don't expect the Bulls to drop 2 in a row against the Knoxville Ice Bears, and I think they're on like a 3 or 4 game losing streak. So Bulls are kind of sputtering right now. Then the Bolts hammer the Dogs 6-2, and Rodebush allows 3 and gets pulled, and their backup allows 3. All this after the Bolts get dominated by the Rivermen 5-0 during the education game. And so, Bolts hammering Dogs was huge for them. Then you got the Havoc that barely escaped with a win against the last place Pensacola Ice Flyers, who pushed the game to a shootout where the Havoc ultimately captured the W. Again, Mike Robb, letting up in 4 goals. He's a great goalie. I'm not by any means saying he's not. He's a great goalie, but he just doesn't seem as strong at net as he did last year. And honestly, to me, Brian Wilson's a better starter and should be getting the majority of the starts. If I'm a Rivermen fan playing the Havoc, I'd rather see Mike Robb in net than Brian Wilson. Not just based on the game we personally played with Brian Wilson in, but just Brian Wilson's season altogether that he's had has been outstanding. Muse was pulled after giving up 2 goals on literally the first 2 shots of the game, basically. And our backup didn't fare any better at all. Let in 4, obviously, to make it that 6. And then Muse came out and started the second period and didn't allow another goal. So that was good to see. The one thing I will say about the Rivermen game, as embarrassing as it was to watch them give up 6 goals to rival Storm in the first period, we could have mailed it in. We could have turned into a bunch of goons, but we didn't. We still tried to win a hockey game, and I think the score reflects that. The Rivermen were not the same team in the second and third that they were in the first, and if you watch the game, that clearly showed. So just a really unfortunate 20 minutes of hockey for Rivermen that will probably stick with them for a little bit, but in all honesty, they need to put that behind them, forget about it, reset, and get focused and ready for the game in Quad Cities. Definitely need to come out firing on all cylinders tomorrow to kind of make up for that unfortunate first period. It's right now, though, Rivermen, like I said, they're still in second place. They're still a great team. They're still a dangerous team. 20 minutes does not erase that. That every team goes through that. It doesn't matter how talented you are, who you have, how well you're coached. Everybody gets their ass handed to them from time to time. Some nights you're the hammer, some nights you're the nail. Unfortunately, in that first period, Rivermen were definitely the nail, not the hammer. You got to just tip your cap to the Storm and say good game. The one thing I will say is, geez, Brent Moran is just one of the biggest crybaby goalies I've ever seen in my life. Especially when Rivermen made it 6-2. There was nothing, literally nothing to complain about, and he was going off on the officials like he was interfered with or something happened. Nothing happened. It was a good, clean goal. You're up 6-2, dude, and he was going off on the refs. He did it the first goal too. He did it every goal. Just wanted to throw a bitch fit, pretty much. And it's not a good look. It's not a good look, dude. And if by some miracle you see this, I'll say it again, you're a big-ass crybaby. Chill out, dude, for real. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I just wanted to touch on the games tonight, how strange it was. I look to get back on track against Quad City Storm tomorrow night. So with that being said, I'll always keep it Riverman style. Don't ever say I try and run and hide.